Hi, my name's Shawn Taylor. That guy over there, wait, the other way, over there, that guy is Chris Ford, aka The Objective Geek.
Lazy Sunday, wake up in the lake. They also do this angle in like 90s rap, like 90s or late 80s rap
Like
songs, which Lazy
Marky Mark
Sunday.
caliber rap
Yeah.
videos.
And they do these motions here.
That's just the only motions they knew how to do in music videos back then, Chris. They hadn't developed that whole, that whole genre of cinematography. And welcome to Avatar: The Last Podcasters. And today we're gonna look at I don't know, Chris, was it a surprise? It was kind of unscheduled, right? It was kind of not
Very
accidental,
unscheduled.
but
Yeah.
unscheduled.
Very
An,
unscheduled.
an unscheduled surprise in the form of some images of the adult Team Aang movie. Some official first look, I think, is what we decided to go with. But Chris, before we get to that, how have you been? What have you been up to this week?
I have been perfectly fine up to nothing much. I am working on my cosplay for Planet Comic Con coming up.
Excellent.
Going as a Toph slash Magneto combination or fusion. Right now, I'm just putting some masking tape on this Magneto
Oh,
helmet.
nice.
Should have green accents. We'll see how that comes out. I don't know. I then also bought. I'm thinking about buying another one, maybe making it a prize, and then I'll take away some of the other prizes, save them next year. But I bought this at Gamers HQ
Fantastic.
because
Fantastic.
they do 3D printing now. If you just go to thingiverse.com, look up whatever you want, they will give you a quote and they will print it for you. At
That's
Gamers HQ in Topeka, Kansas.
they
This
kind
was
of got their
$20.
hands. They got their hands into everything now.
They do. I think the owner just gets bored and comes up. I literally think he gets bored. And I say that from his comments because he also said like, "Hey guys, if I got into Yu-Gi-Oh, what do I need to know?" And people are like, "I don't know if you want to get into Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, I don't know, if, might not be that costly." He was like, "If I don't take risk, I will lose my mind." So I think he does literally like to get into different things.
He's a super good guy. He is a businessman first and foremost, though. So he is bored, but he also like, all right, how else can I, maximize the space, dollar for dollar, get more bodies in the store physically. That's how he makes his money.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's easy to see him just being like, all right, I got this corner over here. What do I put in it?
Yeah. But this was $20. So I gotta add the belt part of it.
Like a
I figure this would be
sash.
like a yeah.
Do you need do
No,
you
not
need
like a
do you need Heather to sew up some kind of belt to it, or are you just gonna go like an elastic, or
I'm gonna look for some faux leather.
okay?
It has like little,
Mm-hmm.
spots in there. I need to find something. I think just a simple bolt would do if I could find a long bolt, long skinny bolt. They don't make a
Yeah,
lot of those, but
a lag bolt is what you're gonna look for, which is just a long
yeah.
skinny bolt, a lag bolt.
And then I'm thinking about finding some faux leather, faux brown leather, and then and then from there I could just either staple it or glue it on there, and then Velcro it, and then be able to wear it around like a championship belt. Which that's what I was thinking. Like, man, if I did that easily enough, and it didn't take that much time, I could print off another one and have it be one of the prizes. This is probably something that Dan doesn't have.
Dan doesn't deal with 3D printed exclusives. He'll never have it. Hi, Dan. That's
But yeah,
awesome.
that's what I've done.
So one for you and potentially one for a prize.
Yeah.
Nice. Uh, lag bolts hardware section at whatever even is close to you. You probably got a Westlake or True Value close to you over there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. What's Con? 2 weekends away, so not this. There's this weekend, and then there's the next weekend, and then the one after that is Con. I think that sounds right. That sounds right. Um, I've been
Shawn, what
playing.
have you been up to or down to?
I see what you did down there. I gotten really into Diablo 2. We go through me and some of my D&D friends will go through spurts. We'll have a D&D session that'll get canceled cuz somebody is like sick or unavailable, and the rest of us will fill that time by playing Diablo 2. And then for like the next 2 weeks, I'll be really into Diablo 2. So right now I'm in one of those weeks, but they just released a new expansion pack for warlocks specifically. I do not like playing a warlock. I play necromancer, and so I've been doing that. And then every day I try to chip away like one or two more duels in Yu-Gi-Oh, because the person who has Beals of the Diabolic Dragons, and then what's the other card I need? Shiranui Solitaire. They're both in like the second to last set, like those card shops. And so I got to get through that far so I can get to those card shops before we spontaneously turn a hallway into a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, which could happen. It could happen. Lots of people carry around Yu-Gi-Oh Legacy of
Sorry,
the
I'm just
Duelist on the
being
Nintendo
upside
Switch.
down. You just you look even more.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, listen, if you're listening to this and you're also one of the 5 people that's still into Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist on your Nintendo Switch, bring it along. Fun fact, I think the Nintendo Switch, it's physically exclusive to the Nintendo Switch. I think it came out on PlayStation digitally, but physically only on the Switch.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you want to drag your PS4 and a TV along too, I guess. I don't know. I assume that's before crossplay was the thing. But also, work has been crazy. So it's been an insane week, and it feels like I woke up today. One of those weeks where it feels like it should be Friday, and also feels like yesterday was Monday at the same time, just simultaneously.
I also feel like today is Friday. Maybe because my kids are at school tomorrow, and we're recording tonight. But yeah, it feels definitely like a Friday.
And yet, when I look back at the week, it's like, no, I woke up yesterday and it was Monday morning. And that would seem like a good thing, but it's just because work's really busy. But it'll be a short-lived busy, I hope. So it's good. Looking forward to seeing some first official Avatar image looks. Looking forward to that.
Yeah. So these images, it's funny. Everyone says like, oh, these are our first official images, which these images aren't. This isn't an official first look. These are official images from an official site. So these are just images from T-shirts that was on Target's website. That's how people found them. Avatar Studios didn't release these images.
I didn't
That's
know
not
it was
great
so
marketing.
innocuous. I thought it was like I figured, yeah, my guess was like, oh, Amazon put a bunch of stuff out for pre-sale or pre-order. And I was like, does Amazon do that for clothes? I don't know. I'm not going to question it.
But so yeah, that is how we got these new images. Yeah, that would not be great marketing if they just. This was on accident. So also they've taken down those, or those images are no longer on those posts for those shirts.
Do you think companies do that just for the hype, just for the publicity ever? Like
No.
that was an accident, and then pull it back.
Well, some do, but in this case, I don't think so. But some definitely do.
I think it happens in the video game world, that the accidental whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, because we know the internet doesn't forget anything, so you leave it up for an hour on Twitter.
Yeah, happens in music.
I believe that. Interesting.
Yeah. All right, our first look, and like you can tell that it's first look because the movie has changed its name. The movie's name is no longer The Legend of Aang: The Last Airbender. It is now Avatar: Aang: The Last Airbender.
Which is kind of a funny coincidence. You just told me that like last week or something.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Yeah.
So it's an amusing coincidence.
The movie is completely done. So they wrapped production, and they recently showed it to like all the all the people who worked on the movie. I'm sure some guests of those people. So movie's done. It's wrapped. I believe. I don't think it's gotten an official release date yet, but it comes out in August. I hope that they just. There's so much hype. Everyone, I'm on internets. I'm on the Facebooks and the Twitters and the stuff and the I don't sound like those stuff and the, the things.
I'm on the
People are hyped.
Nintendos.
Yeah, people are excited about these first look images. People are hyped. Paramount, listen. You want to be the big savior of cinema. You want to release.
Yeah,
movies.
that's Paramount's goal, Chris.
The thing is, Ellison. Okay, I'm not. I won't be on this topic too long. Ellison was the head rich guy, Daddy Warbucks. He's not Daddy Warbucks. His daddy is Daddy Warbucks.
That
He
makes
just gets money
sense.
from his daddy. He's like, yeah, we'll release. What do you say? He said, when we buy Warner Brothers, we'll release 30 movies a year, 15 from each. One thing, last year, Paramount only released like 10 movies. Warner Brothers released like 12 movies. And those were separate companies. Like, it just doesn't, like, you're just talking just to be talking, just to be like, oh no, we're going to save the film industry, whatever. No, you're not. Shut up. You're going to cut, half, probably a quarter of the workforce. And maybe
is
15.
Film industry, is the lack of films what's killing the film industry? That doesn't feel like the problem to me.
I don't know what's up with the film. Well, it's just I don't think Hollywood is suffering, but films and theaters are, I think, suffering. But that is just because consumers are changing the way that they watch movies. That's
Yeah.
gonna.
I don't think quantity has anything to do with it personally.
Yeah.
It's a weird whatever. He's saying stuff to get people to listen.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Saying stuff just to try to get stuff approved and
make some of those movies Avatar
But,
2D animated movies.
You had a movie. You want to back up your talk, release it. Be like, you know what, guys? We heard you guys. We'll release it in theaters. Like, I'm trying to give you money. Let me give you money. Help me to help you. Help me to help you.
Chris, I haven't been in a theater in like 4 years or whatever, and I would happily give you my theater money. I'll buy popcorn too. I'll support the whole cause.
Yeah.
The whole cycle of life.
I hope that they at least do if they want. I don't know how great this movie's going to be, but if they want it to be considered for anything, awards and stuff, it has to be released in theaters for at least, I want to say, a week or two. And so, hey, maybe they'll do that. If they do that, cool. Avatar fans will show up. I'm certain.
I wonder if like Netflix, that run of success when they brought on Avatar and Korra, I wonder if that translated to increase in Netflix subscriptions. Like, I want to know, like, was Avatar a subscription seller? And maybe not. I don't know. I'd like to think it was.
That's so hard to say. There needs to be the bigger streaming gets, there needs to be regulations on like transparency, saying like, hey, how many views did this have? Like, or how many, they do some of that, but they're all inconsistent. They're not held to really anything. What number of subscribers did this give you? Things like that. That way, that gives more leverage to the creators and stuff. It gives them more stuff to go off of that. Instead, they're just kind of hiding these numbers. Like, they have those numbers, but they don't share them.
It makes me think of how, like, certain states, I don't know how many. I'm not a casinos guy, but I know like certain states require casinos to like report earnings, right? Keep them honest. But then other states just don't. And I'm like, I feel like every state should make its casinos report that kind of stuff, or at least don't gamble in those states. Maybe. I don't know what the gambling world is like. It's just one of those things that's funny to me. But Either way, yes, please listen, take our money. I don't know what we got to do to get it in theaters, and also, hey, if you're gonna make 15 to 20, make more like this that are also good. That'd be cool. I'm
Yeah.
I'm ready. But like Chris, even I'm on this show with you. I'm not going to get a Paramount Plus subscription. At best, I'm going to get a $50 Walmart Plus subscription that comes with a year of Paramount free. That is the maximum, which to be fair is 2 theater tickets and 1 popcorn. That's as far as, so it is a seller for me, but like that, I don't know. It's a little silly.
Yeah. All right, let's start with the first image. I don't know if you're pulling up anything or not,
Yep,
but
I've got just a Yahoo article is what I've got ready
okay.
to.
Let's go over. Do you have an image of like Team Avatar with Appa in the background?
Let's find out. Oh, there's so many. Oh, that one's sick. I'm seeing them all on the way to getting to. There was going to be a first look, and now I'm seeing the error of this. There it is. Oh, hey, Big Appa. He looks even bigger somehow. Don't know if that's on
Yeah, I
purpose or
think
not.
I believe that image of Appa has been used before in various things. And that image of Momo looks like who cares? They haven't aged. Who knows how long Sky
What's
Bison lives?
Chris? You don't even know if that's the same flying lemur. You don't know. That could be son of Momo, Momito.
Flying lemurs only have like a 6-year lifespan.
Yeah, but they procreate like rabbits. They're part rabbit, and that's
Yeah.
one of Momo's many children.
All right, first look at these characters. Let's talk Sokka first because
Sokka
he's right there in
first.
front,
Chris,
which I find interesting.
you had a great insight on Sokka, and I want you to speak that first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had talked before. Shout out Theo. We're also talking with Theo about this. That and they did this in Legend of Korra also. I always hated in Legend. Well, I'm say hate. Hate's a strong word. I always didn't like how Sokka's hair in the original. He had the warrior's wolf tail, right? It was like wolf tail, duck, ponytail on top, sides
Higher up.
cut.
Yeah, higher up.
Yeah. Then it started to grow out in season 3. And they never said this, but always looked at this as a sign of a water tribe boy coming into manhood, right? Because Sokka's dad had the same haircut, but he had hair down the side. All the water tribe men kind of had the same haircut. And I was like, oh, cool. That is a visual indicator of Sokka maturing into manhood. In Legend Korra, he cut it off. And I was wondering, like, man, why'd he cut it? Like, wish he didn't cut it off. And here it looks also cut off. Actually, looks a little smaller here. But also, though, he has, like, hair in the back. I don't know if that's a error or something, but
I
he
saw
has
that
hair,
too.
like,
No, I don't think that's an error. That looks like his hair color. I guess it could still be like a
yeah.
photo error, but it like looks like the right color and texture and everything. Uh, I saw it too, and that I don't like. That's like a weird rat tail. Like, is that the mullet of the Water Tribe world that he's rocking right there?
Mm.
I hope not.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind it. But it doesn't make sense, though. Because if his ponytail is right here, this is the type of analysis people come for. If his ponytail is right here and he has hair right there, where's that hair coming from?
Well, Chris,
Like, why is that hair?
I've seen some really bad mullets firsthand in my day, and I can tell you for a fact I have seen a ponytail with a mullet left underneath.
Okay.
It
Maybe
has.
he's rocking a water tribe mullet.
He is he's Western Kansas Water Tribe, 1980s. That's him right there. I just saw the picture of my 5-year-old self as a ring bearer in a wedding, and I had a mullet, and my uncle who was getting married had a mullet, and his 2 brothers had a mullet, and then the third groomsman was a friend who had a normal haircut. he looks great. Hindsight is 2020.
I really like Sokka's look here. This is the first real good look we've gotten. The thing is, they've released. Well, I don't know if they release. We've seen images of the movie before, and and you could probably find that somewhere. But we didn't have a really good look at pretty much all the characters. It was, I don't know, it wasn't a blurry picture. It was just there was a lot going on. But this is our first really good look at Sokka. It's interesting. He's rocking very much a teal look.
I don't like there's too much green in him. There's too much like green tone in his whole fit. Is that always like that?
No, it's never that teal. It's interesting. The Northern Water Tribe typically dresses in like light blues and stuff, while the Southern Water Tribe typically dress in blue, while the Northern Water Tribe actually typically dress in like purples and stuff, and also blues, but they have more purples in theirs, which is interesting. If you watch the like Gran wears purple, but she's from the north, while everyone else around wears blue.
That's a fun detail.
Yeah, it's one of those weird details.
There's something about it that just looks like off or like like AI generated about it. And yeah, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It's clearly distinct enough. It's probably on purpose, AI or otherwise.
Yeah.
But it just like looks a little off. Love the big new club though, right? I know it's bigger, but
that looks freaking cool.
Ornate. It's more ornate, I feel like. If you just 1-to-1 comparison, we can see more of like I don't know if it's called the hilt, but the under the hand part. There's more to that. Yeah. It looks great.
You know, the thing I really love about this image is that I compare like this image to the Old Friends image. You know what I'm talking about? The image of them as adults when they're like adults. Like this clearly takes place when they're like probably in their early 20s, maybe even like early adulthood. While that image of them, you know, when they release New Friends and Old Friends, like New Friends was Korra's team avatar and Old Friends was Aang's team avatar. That's like all of them as adults.
I'll have to Google it to get to that.
I think Aang has I don't think Aang has a mustache or beard in that one. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think if you Google Old Friends avatar, you should be able to find it.
Old Friends avatar poster. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So this, that image. Yeah, Aang has a beard in here. So it's interesting to see, and Toph is a police officer. It's interesting to see the transition of them, like, you know, as we know them from meeting them in episode 1 to the end of the series to these new images, which are, like I said, looks like they're in like their early 20s or something.
Yeah,
to this image,
I was going to give mid-20s, like firmly adult, but still young adult.
Yeah. So this image here, where it's like, they're like 30. They're like 35 or something. Like they've gotten careers. They got family.
They've attempted small businesses that may or may not have succeeded. You know, they've been around.
Also, if you notice, Sokka has a space sword. Wow, we're talking a lot. Anyway, Sokka has a space sword in the Old Friends photo, but he doesn't have it in his new one. I wonder, will he find it in the movie? No, probably not. That's a little bit too on the nose or too fan servicey. But he'll find that sword.
How much stock do you put in the Old Friends photo? You know, stock photo. That's a fun pun. I probably don't put too much stock in it. I'm gonna say that nope, we got this big nice club right here, and that's what we got in this movie. And,
I mean this photo is. I mean I say canon, even though it's just a photo. But it's a photo that Bryan. I want to say Bryan did it. Oh,
he could have done it, but that doesn't mean it's
no, Shawn.
Canonical.
It's canonical as of now.
You can get out of here.
Unless
but don't, because we got to finish, and I need your insight. But get out of here, figuratively.
Anything else on Sokka?
Nope. I liked the club. Didn't love the greenish. I hadn't thought about the hair until you brought it up. I thought that was a good point.
All right. Let's
Can I tell you the first one I noticed?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go there.
My eye was instantly drawn to Buff Toph.
Yes.
Look at that underarm, Chris. That is some
dude,
filthy.
she is.
Whatever this is right here.
I don't know what that is.
That's intense.
I don't have that.
No, I don't know. How do you work something out if you don't know where it is? I can't find that. But
Yeah,
it's so funny
I
that
was
we're
in.
looking just at her arms, but she looks filthy ripped. And then Theo said it, and I was like, "Oh, good, it's not just me."
The thing is, I was like, Top's looking a little like thick. I'm sorry, not thick. Like people talk about. Like she looks like she put on some muscle.
She's got pipes.
Yeah.
And then even just the build. Part of it is that she and Aang, like the other three, were already far enough into adulthood, and their transition here just isn't as drastic as like full-grown Aang or full-grown Toph. Like scrawny, teeny tiny Toph to this person feels like physically the biggest transition. Other than Aang just looks like tall Aang, I guess. I did want. Yeah, that's another topic, different segment. But anyway, buff Toph caught my eye immediately. I'm down. That fits her type.
Yeah.
She doesn't look a whole lot different otherwise. Just bigger.
I like that. I like that she changed up her look. Like, and Toph is like even in the comic books, like she changed her look a little bit here and there. It's funny. I see a little bit of Zalfu in here. Just that like that top green kind of vest with the silver kind of lining in it. It's very Zalfu-ish. She still got a lot of yellow in there, but yeah, really like her character design here.
That is awesome, but it's also the type of stuff that like I would have noticed if you didn't say it or if I wasn't looking like 1-to-1.
Yeah.
For better or worse, that didn't have to mean anything.
Yeah. No, I like her character design a lot. Like this says it says a lot. Still, it's like definitively tough. Also, I'm just thinking like, man, there's gonna be so much new cosplay. Like I've already seen like 5 fan arts of just Toph. Like people
just
seem to be
ripped Toph, and it's all just Toph from the Ember Island people. It's that guy.
Yeah. Then she's wearing some metal around her. That looks like probably just Yeah, she's wearing metal. Like I said, very, very Zalfu coated here.
She looks good.
Yeah.
And
I bet she's gonna get crap out of metal bending now.
Oh yeah.
We get to see because Toph in the first series, her metal bending is fairly elementary. That sounds like she just invented it. It's fine.
There's no precision to it. She has to focus all of her energy to make it happen in a crude way.
Yeah. I wonder what type of metal bending we'll see from her in this.
I bet it's still going to be sort of brute force-ish, right? It's going to be less of the evolution of what's her name, Beifong to Kavira. It's going to be more brute forcey than that,
Yep.
but definitively better and more refined.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. You want to talk about Nets?
Aang is the next thing that caught my eye, Chris. He needs more definition or something. He just looks like a big baby back there. He needs some
big baby wrapped in a big blanket. Feels like I mean, I don't agree with you, but I imagine like put a baby head on top.
Right, you put the baby up here and then you wear the cloak around yourself. Yeah, I would do that. No, what about a 5 o'clock shadow or something to suggest that time has passed? John Mulaney.
Some glasses.
He just looks so much the same. I need something in his face. Anything. Give me a scar. Give me I think a 5 o'clock shadow would have been a little. What do you call it? A chin strap beard. The start of the beard.
People hate that beard, Sean.
I'm not fond of that.
I don't mind the beard, but
people
hate that beard. People want that beard nuked off.
Nuked off his bald baby face.
People like that baby face thing.
But at least like it's a defining trait of a person who otherwise looks like a tall child. 2 John Mulaney references in like a minute span. That's fun. Get some rest, tall child.
I like Aang,
Okay.
Yeah, he is. It's Aang. Like, there's not that much different. There's different stuff. Don't get me wrong. Like he's wearing like a full blown cape, pretty much, which I think is cool. I love freaking capes. Um, but I don't know. It's I think tonally, and I think it's just I don't know, kind of just like a Pokemon evolution. I don't know which Pokemon evolves where it's like it's not that big of a difference, and you're like maybe like Whirl, one of the ones with the freaking swirl
Poly
on.
Whirl to Poliwrath, he just gets buff. Like he
Yeah,
just goes from being like kind of chubby shaped to buff shaped.
yeah. So you guys did not. I mean, I get it. You got 150 Pokemon to choose from. You're like, we'll just take it easy on this one.
The, there's probably worse ones too. That's just how far behind we are at Pokemon. But I'm sure there's like worse
Yeah.
offenses of evolution. He
Oh,
maybe his face looks a hair like more defined, right? Like a little less boyish round and a little more elongated. I'll give him that.
yeah,
There's feature to
yeah.
his
His
face
face
that's
is
not just round.
yeah. It's more elongated. He has a firm look. He's not smiling, so they're serious. Well, although Sokka's smiling. Uh, yeah. All right, that's saying. Um, Knits up. Let's talk about Katara. Might as well. She's nets up. Um, I like the boots that she's wearing, and I like that she brought back the ponytail, the not the point, but the braid, huge braid, and I like that it's like swirling around her. In the first season, the braid just kind of stayed back here, and but I don't know. I like the look here, and everything was flowy. I like I wonder, and I think we talked about this before. She has that orange like ribbon in the middle. I wonder if that's some type of Airbender connection there.
Yeah,
Maybe
is that
she is
a sentimental something?
yeah.
I mean, it looks like it's Aang's orange, so I believe it.
Yeah. Oh, she also got it in her hair too. That's interesting. So that's the thing about character designs. Character designs, good ones make you look at stuff and wonder what's up with that.
I like the boots. The boots give me Korra vibes.
Exact. I was just about to say that too. Yeah.
They like this is like an in between for Katara Water Tribe and Korra Water Tribe in a weird way. Not in a weird way, just in a superficial way, but uh like that she she does look more mature in general. Not a ton like again, not a ton of difference in the hair still there, and I know I'm gonna catch hell for saying this, but like the same the braids. I could take them or leave them on older Katara. Like if you told me that was another thing, it's like yeah, kids do that, but not adults. Same as like Sokka's hair. Like all right, I get it. I could take it or leave it. But in general, I really like Katara. She's probably the one that I sort of dwelt on the most. Um, there's all you mentioned earlier, like different shades of blue. She's got like every shade of blue. She's got the purple around the waist. She's got the
Yeah.
Korra pants. Um,
Yep.
the light blue underneath, like the kind of typical light blue. So she's got every shade in there.
Yeah. No, this is definitely giving me like to me, Cora saw pictures of this Katara and was like, I want to be her. Like, I want to dress like that lady.
Her
She's
with
my
no hair
hero.
loopies. And
That's
make
funny.
her hair loopies friggin' sick, yes.
Yeah. No, really love that. Love the fur. That's also a very Cora thing that like uh per line part.
Hmm?
But no, she looks great.
That part felt so natural. You could tell me it was on the original, and I wouldn't know if it was or not. Like, it just feels right on her.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Then last of Team Avatar, we have Zuko. What's the biggest thing that sticks out for you for Zuko?
The hair.
Yeah,
So
it's
there's
there.
so much of it. There's so much hair.
Yeah, so much hair.
Can you imagine trying to firebend that close to so much hair all the time, Chris? Is
Like,
is a firebender's hair fire resistant? Because hair is already dead, right? It's not like a living part of your person anymore. Isn't hair already a dead thing?
I don't think hair's dead.
Okay, so I'm gonna say
I
it has
definitely
some
don't.
fire resistance abilities then, or hope that it does. He's a walking hazard. Uh, Nothing wrong with the hair. It's just the first thing I noticed. It's like it feels a smidge excessive, but whatever.
I mean, I like the character design a lot. I like the gold trimming. It really shows his royalty.
He looks good in the I forget what it's called. I'm gonna call it the crown, but there's probably a better name for it. He looks good in that. Feels fitting.
It's funny because that's probably, I mean, that's not a Fire Lord crown. But that's probably a crown that he would wear when like like you can't battle in a Fire Lord crown. I think is freaking huge.
No, you're trying to win a fight, not impress
Unless
anybody.
he's changed it. Wait a minute, did he change the crown? Because now I'm looking up a picture of
I
Izumi.
mean, that sounds like a thing that Zuko would do, but I cannot validate that.
Yeah, no, she has like a smaller, kind of the same size Fire Nation crown. No, she has like the 5-pronged headpiece also. Anywho. All right. But yeah, there's something people point out. Zuko has some type of jewel on his waist. I don't know what that's about. I have even no
It's
guesses
also a
on that.
slightly different
But
color of red. Like it pops just enough that if there's some kind of significance to it, I'll be like, okay.
yeah, and then there's that like greenish jewel that's like dangling off the side there. I don't know what's up with that either.
I don't even see that. Where's? Can you describe it in more
It's
detail?
like to the left, right on the waist. There's like
Oh,
a
oh my, yeah, I
red.
would not have saw that. Interesting. All right.
But he looks cool. He looks better than his old friend's photo. It
Yeah,
looks like
yeah.
Orochimaru and his old friend. You know who Orochimaru is. He's a character from Naruto. Snake-like character who uses snakes a lot. Comes out of snakes. Snakes come out of him. It's it's creepy. He's a
I
creepy
already don't.
character.
No, I already don't like him.
He also has long hair. It's like Sasuke. Sasuke is another character who this dude is like I wouldn't call him a PDF file, but he is definitely into little kids. Not in that way, but in like a way of like he wants to take over their bodies.
That
Um,
feels worse somehow, really, if you think about it.
it's the cheating, it's the cheating meme, but that's
But
worse.
that's
You see
worse.
how that's?
The other day,
I forget what the setup for that joke even was, but I always remember his reaction of like, "That's worse."
the other day, I had almond milk for the first time in, well, maybe ever. I don't know. And I was just like, the environmental impact is so much worse. That's what did it. The environmental impact.
All right. Anything else about Zooks?
Nope. It looks
Just,
good.
yeah, yeah, I think it looks good. Um, and then Shawn. This probably should have been our biggest topic of discussion here, but we got our first look at the villain of the movie, the
Oh,
character who will seemingly be voiced by Dave Bautista.
he looks
And
like
if you
Dave
look in that,
Bautista, yes.
yeah. So he looks like an airbender. He has airbending tattoos. I've heard rumors that he is an old airbender. Like somehow, I don't know if he got frozen or something or what, but I hear he's an old airbender, which would kind of make sense from these tattoos. These tattoos he has, even though I can barely see the image to be honest, but it looks like it's the older airbending tattoos where it's like kind of arrow and then the dots on the side. And also it's like a skinnier line.
It looks skinnier, or there's more of a. It's less rigid than Aang's.
Yeah.
Uh, like there might be some sort of outward gradient to it. Man, I hope I don't want. I don't want another freezy thing. I want that. I want the freezy thing to
I
have
don't
been
either.
an Avatar
I,
accident. You know, I want it to be something else, some other phenomenon.
yeah, so that's a rumor that he's like a old ancient airbender.
I would be more okay
I,
if he just told me no. It's like no, he's just a super fit vegetarian who eats really well, and
I would have been okay with the thought of like an Airbender escaped. Like Aang really wasn't the last Airbender. That like one other Airbender escaped and passed down um, their children and stuff, but just kept he's
right.
from the long
This is not
line
yeah.
of
This is not that Airbender. This is like a genetic what do you call it? Recessive gene. There's there's a couple of them out there, and this one just happened to get the old airbending gene.
yeah. Well, I was thinking just like an Airbender escape and they just hid out and then they just had a kid. That kid had, but they
I
still
know, but all those
on like
people theoretically, do they have to be? I don't think all those people have to be airbenders to have another airbender. They're just of airbending lineage, and then, like I said, if it's like a recessive gene, like a redhead, and it just comes out
no,
one
they
time,
wouldn't. They wouldn't have to be.
and then
In
boom,
my
there's that's a
from
fun
this character
anomaly.
design, I would just in this hypothetical situation that apparently isn't the case, but in this hypothetical situation, from his character design, he looks like he is very indoctrinated into airbending. And to me, that type of indoctrination would be like passed down generation over generation, not just a recessive
But
gene of like he has
uh,
tattoos
no, but
and
hear me out,
dressed like
Chris. What if he's indoctrinated? Yeah, absolutely. I'm completely on board with where you're going. I think it's great, a great story beat. What if it's just he's the first one in a while that actually is an airbender? So we've got like four generations of people whose dad's teaching him nonsense and like, yeah, whatever, dad. And then
oh, okay.
finally they get
Oh,
one. And now it's like
yeah.
great grandpa's hanging on for dear life, and he's like, and great grandpa's the one who's like, yeah, my dad was the last Airbender, and this is the next Airbender, and then that's gonna inspire some kind of, insane family plot of some type.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
no,
okay.
he's our savior, he's our return to airbending life. He's their Christ figure.
Um, yeah, he looks interesting. He has speaking of hair, he has the one piece of hair. That's a long thick piece of hair.
As I say, that's a good head of hair for not being a full head of hair. That's solid.
Yeah.
I
Like if you only had like a 1 inch, even 2 inch diameter of hair, it wouldn't be that thick. But hey, this is a cartoon. It's
yeah,
fine.
you would really have to have a wide base to get that kind of
Yeah.
volume. I feel like.
Like I've braided my hair so many times before, and even a 1 inch comes out as like a really tiny braid because it's a braid.
Yeah,
It's like
that's how hair
tightly.
works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably, Chris. I wonder if even more so with your hair just being like inherently curlier, you get like more volume with less hair. No, maybe not. I
Um,
don't know the physics of hair.
like I mean, I've braided. So I have braided. I think I've braided random white girls' hair before. Um,
That feels like a pit state thing. Like that one black guy's real good at braiding hair. Let's talk to
I
him.
wasn't. No, it was just anyway. I've also braided dolls' hair before to teach myself how to
Sure.
braid.
You don't want to start on
I
your
mean,
own
it's
head.
like
That's not a good idea.
yeah. It's possibly um slightly thicker, but it's still pretty thin, especially when we get towards the end. It's just like type of deal.
Yeah, no, he would need a really wide base to pull out. I'll tell you, Chris, it threw me off the longer I saw it. But like at first, when I was just looking at the image, I was just like, "Oh, who's that guy?" Like I didn't immediately pin together like he's an airbender. He shouldn't have hair. It's like no, he just looks like a solid bad guy. I assume. I'll feel bad if he's not a bad guy and we're just prejudiced.
The thing is, it is weird because like this image looks like he doesn't look like the bad guy from this image.
Maybe he'll be an
Maybe he's
empathetic
not even
bad
the bad guy.
guy who turns good when whatever this creepy temple thing in the background turns out to host the real bad guy.
Yeah.
And then
Usually
they
the bad guy. Yeah. Usually the bad guy's like not looking at the camera with the other characters. Usually they're like, I don't know, just dark, like looking away. This one looks like he's a unison with all of them. So maybe he starts off on their team and betrays them.
Yeah,
I
he.
don't know.
Well, I was gonna say the opposite. I think he starts off as like
Oh,
the de facto bad
uh,
guy.
yeah,
But his cause is kind of empathetic, and at the end, there's like, oh shit, no, that's the real danger is over there. That's the
yeah.
real bad guy. Which the downside to that is that would probably make the real bad guy just based on this picture, just reading too much into the shiny temple back there, would
That sounds
probably
like
make
that.
it just a
Yeah.
nebulous spirit of some type, just a random
Yeah.
spirit instead of an interesting character. But you know,
Yeah.
that's very very poor judgment skills on my part. That's not something I'm good at predicting. That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, you spoke of the temple. That looks really interesting. I think it'd be cool to see a new location. And this location seems to you, I believe it takes inspiration from, what was it, Machu Picchu somewhere
Yeah, yeah,
in
Aztec ruins.
South America?
Those are stupid cool. That's actually on my list to visit. Not like my list of
Machu
like, oh, Shawn wishes he'd go everywhere in the world. No, I don't like to travel, and the places on my list to visit are Italy and Machu Picchu, and that's kind of it.
Oh, okay.
Fun fact about Shawn.
I have
Chris, when I saw that temple at
no,
first, oh, I'm sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
no, I was like, I have no thoughts of places that I want to travel like that.
That's it.
But
That's my whole. If you ask Heather, you'll get like 18, 20, which is probably normal, right? People our age, like I want to travel. Like, all right, whatever. Go ahead. Chris, when I saw that temple, I thought bad thing first. Bad guy, source of the evil thing, whatever. That temple. It looks like evil temple to me.
yeah, looks like the type of temple that's like part of some prophecy that like if this at this location this thing will blow up and wipe out something or erase bending forever or I don't know what, something semi-cataclysmic.
Spiritual end of the world that Aang can stop, but Korra won't stop when it comes around in 60 more years. Korra can't stop. No, I
No,
agree. I think
Sozin's comet is coming and she can't stop. It's not her fault. Sozin's comet.
it's not her fault.
As I pray,
It is.
I'll pray tonight. Lord, please don't
Please
let it
let
be Cora's fault. I can't deal with this. Tell me you only give me what I can bear, and I can't bear more Cora hate. That's valid.
it. It's so fun to.
Dear baby Jesus.
It's sweet baby Jesus, 8 pounds
Please,
7 ounces. He was a
watching you
man.
lie.
He had a beard. I I like making fun of it though. This notion that we have this completely we have no information. We have a post-apocalypse setting, and everybody's first reaction is, "Damn it, Cora!"
Yeah.
Anyway, this looks like a source of evil to me. That doesn't look like a temple where we're learning good kind of bending something.
Yeah.
Is
And
it is it in water or is it in some kind of hedge? No, it's just in ruins. Those are all ruins. Okay, sorry. Yeah, those are all ruins around it.
oh, you're right. I mean, it did look. I thought it was water at first. Like this is like sitting on some type of. But I believe you are correct that
Yeah, those all look like. So this is going to be like an extensive hidden something or other. Yeah, probably mountainous, right? So we're probably looking at
yeah.
Air Nation, where dude is from, or Fire Nation, like something rocky and mountainous. I guess it could be.
You know what's
Earth
so weird,
Nation too.
Sean? Sean, this is the year of revivals. Sean, we talked about Scrubs. Scrubs came out, around 2003. Actually, I think it came around two. No, I think
They were
2000.
they were still watching CRT televisions in Scrubs. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Anyway, these shows, Avatar, Scrubs, were all on around at the same time, and they're all coming back in 2026. So it's Malcolm in the Middle. I didn't watch Malcolm
Oh,
in the
okay.
Middle.
I was waiting to ask. I was like, is there a third one, or is that all you get? Okay.
No,
I didn't
gotta
know
have a
what the other
third.
one was.
3 makes a trend, as we know from sales. Can't
Sure.
have 2
Yeah, yeah,
weeks of
yeah.
good sales. We gotta wait till 3. Yeah, so it's officially a trend that things in the early 2000s are coming back, seeing where the characters are at and later in their life.
For the record, I respect Malcolm in the Middle, but it gives me anxiety as a television show, so I'm not going to watch that. No, this is a year of good revivals. Come on, 2026, give us something.
Yeah.
What other?
Quick thing. Theo just messaged us literally just now.
Theo.
He better watch this. In fact, I need proof that he watched this. I need him to comment.
Theo, comment or
He
it didn't
said random
happen.
thought. Yeah, random thought slash prediction. I think Aang is going to have to. I think Aang is going to have to and does kill this Airbender villain. And he has a weird sadness about him and Korra, and I've never put my finger on it as to why, but maybe he has holding on to the weight of having killed a fellow Airbender. You know what would be interesting for me to go along with this theory? I think Katara is going to have a baby or get pregnant in this movie,
Okay.
which I've always felt like that was the way I connected to this theory from Theo is that Aang can never kill for multiple reasons. One thing, he just doesn't kill because he was taught not to kill, but also if he killed, that would truly be the killing of his culture. His culture says do not kill. If he killed, that would kill his culture completely because he is the last airbender. He killed someone. But if there is another air nomad, if another air nomad is born, that culture goes on and lives on through Tenzin. Or through, well, does that, not Tenzin. Through, well, it is Tenzin, but not Boomy.
Right.
Which Boomy will still represent, whatever his next child will still represent the air feeling. So would Aang be able to kill?
So,
I mean, it's an interesting theory.
I really like the notion, not saying that it should happen. I really like the notion that either A, Aang does that, or B, that Aang really has to go through all that. I think that's more interesting than any theory I had prior to Theo saying that and you reading that out loud just now, which was just that, like, oh no, I still think, maybe Airbender guy will get that right near the end of the movie, redemption. And then Aang thinks, hey, I've got this new airbender buddy, and we're going to go make more airbenders and spread the word. And then that guy's going to die at the end of the movie, being the martyr somehow to save the world. Something like that. That was my gut reaction, not a well thought out reaction.
I do think this guy dies just from
We would have
the
heard about him
reaction.
again later, if he didn't die.
Well, just if they were, being smart connected with Korra, although I'm sure some people be like, oh, just pick Korra out of canon.
So petty.
But in Legend of Korra, when Boomy and Kaya goes and visits the Air Temple Island, they're like, oh, there's more air nomads. Like after Aang had more kids, like they, they're still under the impression like, oh, there's only one. Even the air acolytes are like, there's only, they think there's only one lineage of air nomads, and that's just through Aang. So there must not have been another air nomad that could have another lineage and grow that. So this dude definitely gets offed one way or another.
Yeah, I think, sign me up for redemption arc just to be different, but I like what you and Theo have presented way more. It sounds more interesting to me.
Yeah, I'm good either way. Side note, I'm very excited to hear Dave Bautista in this. Dave Bautista is a really good actor. He's become a really good actor, I think.
His
I like.
his voice is great, especially for a thick. You know who it is, and you want that person to look like Dave Bautista to something. You want it to be like a thick, muscular dude of some type, and it just sounds like that. And that's great.
Yeah.
That's a good typecast. Stick. Know your lane, Dave. You're doing great.
Also, I'm sorry I can't remember his name, but the voice actor for Sokka, who is on CBS's, also Paramount, Ghost. I just watched episode of that because I like that show a lot, and he was heavily in that episode, and he is a perfect cast for Sokka, I think.
And which person is
just his
Ghost?
voice. The only Native American guy on Ghost.
Oh yeah, okay.
But
I can't think of his name in the show, and I definitely don't know the actor's name, but I know who you're talking about.
Why can't I? Sass.
Yeah.
That's a short. I think his name's longer than that, but they all call him Sass.
Didn't know
But
that, Sammy, but you probably did say that at some point. That's cool.
Yeah. I don't have anything else.
I'm scrolling through the other images just to see if anything jumps out. Um, they pretty much look like they're plucked from the primary image, which is fine and normal. Um, Nothing particular. Just good look at Tops. This thing right here. This thing right here. Even like her forearm, like the way the angularness of
What?
her forearm. It's so structured. She is like a
Oh, I
boulder.
just need to hit the gym. I need to hit the gym. That's what Toph is telling me that I need to hit the gym.
Yeah, but I don't like lifting weights. I just let me do some cardio while I play video games and get out of here.
Some days I miss lift. I never lifted weights a lot, but I don't know. I sometimes I miss the feeling of just pushing something up and 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 strength. Like I have a exercise machine thing, but like the bench press isn't like it's this way. Like that doesn't feel as good as like getting it right there and pushing up against gravity.
I I just when I'm on the elliptical and I get to play video games, that's like guilt-free video games. Like, no, I don't have to be responsible right now. I'm exercising. I'm being responsible. Just hop up there, do my thing. I do have. I don't know if I've ever said this on the show, Chris. I have a net in my garage. It's like a batting cage net, and I have a tee,
Okay.
like an adult tee, like it's taller than a baby, than like a small person's baseball tee, as an adult tee, and like over lunch, and I find it very stress relieving. I'll go out there 3 times a week over lunch. I'll swing like 50 times, and it's very stress relieving. I wouldn't call it exercise. It's something, and it makes me
Hmm.
feel good. And when it's cold out in the garage and it's cold outside, most gratifying sound ever. Almost as good as a net snap. Almost.
Hmm.
Chris, final image thoughts.
Real quick, who who do you like best?
Who do I
Who do
like
you like
best?
worst?
Um, Toph best, Sokka worst.
Okay. I would probably agree with that. Not that I don't like Sokka's. It's funny. He looks like he aged the least. Um, but I think he could definitely use like a mustache or at least a soul patch coming in.
He probably would
But I
have
agree with that.
pursued facial hair sooner. I feel like
Yeah,
like
he was shaving in. There's scenes of him shaving in,
with
even though he
the
had just a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah, I think with his little sword.
he would pursue facial hair early. I think.
Yeah. But no, I agree with you.
Mm.
Toph's the best. It's funny. I was just thinking like I saw a Toph shirt. I was like, oh, I think I want to buy a Toph shirt. But I don't see myself buying a Katara shirt, even though I like Katara more than Toph. So I don't understand what that's about. But long story short here, yeah, I think Toph's the best, with Sokka being, yeah, maybe the worst. But again, I like them all.
Splitting hairs, yeah, splitting
Yeah.
minor details. Excellent. Well, thanks for
Or maybe Aang is the,
Aang. Aang can't be the worst because it's so similar to what Aang is. Like, if he might be the most negligible. I do
it's
feel
funny. Sokka looks kind of, Sokka looks smaller than Toph. Or S.
I I do tend to agree with Edna mode capes look good, but functionally they are a mess. I not a cape
No,
guy.
I disagree with that. I think function. Well, as the person who's worn a cape, the cape can't be too long because people will step on it.
Yeah.
But most people who wear capes aren't walking around crowded places. Um,
If the cape isn't the tool
uh,
that literally makes you fly, what function can it have, Chris?
I mean, honestly, I don't care. Capes are cool. I love capes. Superman doesn't need a cape to fly, but he needs a freaking cape.
He, I guess.
serves zero function for Superman.
It really does for him. It's just he's peacocking, Chris. He's peacocking. Which is a
Yeah.
great term. A term I love. Uh, Chris, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed.
Good.
Yeah, good. And we'll do one more episode, and then the week after that is con. And for that, we'll either do an episode or post the recording of the trivia or something. We'll do something. In the meantime, thanks for watching. My name's Shawn. That's Chris Ford, aka The Objective Geek of YouTube and Twitter and other places, and of his house. He is of many things. He is of 1990s Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, slightly tilt angle, Dutch angle rap videos. And I'll put all the stuff down in the description. Any positive interactions you can leave us, that'd be great. We'd appreciate it. Thanks. We'll see you next time.